Somebody said something to me this week which has really stayed with me. He said, I'm not really chasing big highs and happiness in the way that we describe it. I'm just looking for contentment. I really want to feel contentment. And he was probably speaking for all of us in that moment, because that's probably a core human driver for peace and contentment within ourselves. Not necessarily raging highs, though we might chase those sometimes. And it got me thinking about how it looks so true that our circumstances are conditional, and in terms of our contentment is based on our circumstances and situation. It really looks that way, that if we can just orchestrate it so our lives look a particular way, then we'll guarantee inner contentment, because that's the messaging that we receive from the outside in. And I don't want to sound trite, because I understand that everybody is going through their own versions of difficult adversity, and it's not to say there isn't an interplay between situation and experience. However, it's not causal. We can never be prescriptive about an inner experience based on what's going on externally, because really the interpretation, the perception comes from inside. It comes from within, and we have overlooked that massively. And if anything, I just want to spark some curiosity about how our experiences are created, and particularly in the context of the working world and the relentless daily grind, which we do in order to get money, to be secure, to find contentment. It makes sense, and there is a practical reality, of course, to having money. But when it goes beyond that and we're thoroughly invested in that, thinking it's a means to an end, we are absolutely missing this moment. We're missing what is here quietly all the time, because actually contentment is already within. It's deeply built and exists constantly within our systems. We just don't see that because it looks like we have to acquire it. And so we go out there looking for contentment, when really it's about uncovering the layers that stand between contentment and all the thinking and all the sensations in the body that suggest that it eludes us. So I'm going to be exploring that a little bit more in a really accessible, practical way in a free workshop that I'm doing on Wednesday the 29th of July, 7:30 p.m, just for 45 minutes. And it's going to be online, so you can gift yourself 45 minutes just to be curious and to be in a gentle, warm and welcoming space to explore this a little bit further if it has stirred your interest. I'll pop some details in the comments. Have a lovely day.